What's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. So today I have another cool video for you guys, and it's on something that I normally wouldn't do a video on, but I have done one of these in the past, and I actually still have the same one that I did. So this is a game controller from the company called EasySMX, and they're the ones that sent us the game controller we're going to be checking out today. And I've had this guy for a few years now, and I've been using this as my main game controller if I want to use a controller for PC games instead of a mouse and keyboard, which is only a couple games, you know, stuff like that, but like racing games, whatever, I tend to like to use a controller. And I haven't really ever needed to get another one because this thing has been so freaking solid for me for years. So they reached out to me and wanted to send me another controller, but it is not just for the PC, it's for another game system. It is for this guy right here. So stick around and we'll check this thing out. Let's go.
So you just finished your new build and you're stoked it even turned on, right? But wait, you didn't fit a Windows license in your budget to get it up and running. Look, we've all been there, but CDK Offers has your back on this one. CDK Offers has game and software codes available for awesome prices and can really help you out in keeping that new PC build budget down. They have Windows 10 Pro OEM available for just 17 bucks. Even better, you can use my promo code RAV20 to save even more. All you have to do is find the product you want, add it to your cart, view the cart, type in my promo code, RAV20, and see that price go down even further. Check the links in the video description to learn more. So getting right into this controller, let's take a look at what you get in the box with it. You get a thank you for your purchase card, your game controller user manual that has all of your different functions in various languages, and you also have a USB-A to Type-C cable. The Type-C is the port that will go into the controller. And speaking of the controller, you get your EasySMX ESM 4108 Bluetooth wireless gaming controller, and now that works with your Nintendo Switch, Switch Lite, and your PC, although for your PC you will have to use the USB cable, and I'll show you that later. This thing does not work with the Xbox 360, Xbox One, Mac, iOS, or Android TV box. And if you were thinking to yourself that this thing looks a lot like a Nintendo Switch Pro controller, you'd be exactly right. It looks basically identical to a Nintendo Switch Pro controller with some key differences, being that this one also comes in a lot of really cool colorways like the one we have right here, and I'll show you a couple of them right now. So if you go on their website to order this controller, you have about 9 different choices to choose from, including the white hand, the just all black, which is see-through kind of like the regular Pro controller, the astrology version, the galaxy like we have right here, the green is what they call it, but it has a cool little picture on it too. The next one is called yellow, but it actually has like a fiery dragon looking thing on it. And then you also have another white one with another hand on it that's like bloody or something. I don't know what their whole thing is with these hands, but anyway, cool designs either way, still look awesome. And then you also have a like circuit board looking one with like a matrix design on it. That's what I would call it. Looks pretty cool. And then lastly, you get one that looks just like ones and zeros, like somebody is coding something. So very, very cool. So obviously this controller is being marketed to be a Nintendo Switch Pro controller basically. So let's take you through a couple of the features that might make you want to choose this one over the official Pro controller. For starters, it has a built-in 600 milliamp lithium battery that works for about 8 hours on a single full charge, which takes about 2.5 hours to fully charge the controller. And when you turn the controller on, it fully illuminates the right side of it, including the joystick and the letters. And then it also has a rumble feature, so whenever you do anything in the game, it vibrates for you. And the controller also features textured finishes on the joysticks and on the bottom of the controller to give it a little more of a grippy feel when you're playing. And another thing to note here is the size of the trigger on the bottom of the controller. and it does require a bit more travel to get the entire thing to press, but some players may prefer this. Now let's take a listen to what this controller sounds like versus the actual Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Alright, so now let's talk about setup. So for a PC, it's very easy. You just connect the USB cable to your computer. But now you got to take in mind that the layout of this controller is a little bit different. So here's an Xbox controller, and you'll see the layout of the buttons is different. So any game you try to play on PC, those buttons will be switched around, so you'll have to manually switch them in the game's menu if you want them to work correctly. So now, because the buttons were laid out for a Nintendo Switch, you don't have this problem when playing on a Nintendo Switch. You just turn it on and begin going to town. So to do the initial connection for this thing, you need to go over to Controllers in your menu, change grip order, select that, and then once you get there and you see that it's ready to go, you need to select the home button and the Y button and press those two buttons together, and it will begin finding, and as soon as they find each other, it'll pair it right to your Nintendo Switch and you're good to go. I was able to go ahead and queue up a little session of Torchlight 2, a game I haven't played in quite a while, but I had a lot of fun. Every one of the buttons worked perfectly, and the grip on the controller itself felt really awesome while I was playing. Didn't get my hands too sweaty or anything like that, but everything felt good, and it felt just like playing with a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. All in all, I think it's a very good option for someone looking for a Switch Pro controller for half the price with a little more style.
Alright everyone, so I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this cool gadget, and as always, if you want to get one for yourself, the links for this thing will be down in the description below for you. Also, while you're down there, be sure to leave a comment and tell me what you think of this controller, and if you consider picking one up over an actual official Switch Pro controller. Now let's answer a quick question from the fam in some family time. So today's question from the Visuals fam comes from Kothar Hassan. Hopefully I said that right, dude. If I butchered it, I'm very sorry. So he commented on our recent video featuring the Womir K66 mechanical keyboard, and he says, do they have software for easy reach to all these modes? So I think what he's meaning is the software to change the RGB modes on the keyboard. And this is an awesome question, man. I'm glad you asked it, because in the video, I totally forgot to even touch on this, and I think the reason was that the K66 unfortunately does not come with any software, so that's probably why I didn't even mention it. You basically have to select all of the modes manually on the keyboard with the function key and those different presses. So it would have been cool if they included software, but I'm sure if they did, it probably would have been way more expensive. Anyway, that'll about wrap it up for this one, you guys, so thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go ahead and drop me a like so I know you guys enjoyed the video. And also be sure to go ahead and get subscribed with those notifications on so you'll always know when the newest videos or the newest streams will be going live on the channel. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.